What's up, folks? Just want to talk a little bit about a game called Serial Cleaner. Now, from the visuals, it looks like it might be Hotline Miami, right? No, instead of killing and dropping bodies, you're cleaning up bodies. Now, the big story behind Serial Cleaner is that you're this cleaner who goes around taking jobs. He goes and does his job by picking up bodies, evidence, cleaning up blood, and that's the gist of it. Now, there's no real big story to it. I mean, after a while, he kind of gains a conscience, but because, you know, it's his job, he has to do it. It is what he does. That being said, the story isn't really a big deal. It's kind of like a thing that pushes you from mission to mission, and really, it's not needed. They didn't need a story. It could have been anything. It could have just been different stages, and you wouldn't have noticed the difference because the dude doesn't even have a name. Most characters don't have a name. The context is not even that clear of what is the real story, so it doesn't matter that much. Now, switching over to the gameplay is all about this puzzle element where it's kind of Metal Gear Solid, but it's also a little bit of Pac-Man. So what you got is this big screen where police officers are walking up and down patrol routes, and you have to find a way around them to pick up the bodies and the blood and the evidence. Once you grab the evidence, you go back to your car and you get out of the exit and you just leave the area. That's the gist of the game. That is the entirety of the game, actually. I said the gist, but it is the entirety of the game. And then as the levels go on and the more levels you defeat, the more elaborate they get. And it's fun. It's simple, but it's fun. It's not amazing. It's just good enough. I mean, you probably won't be gushing over it for weeks to come, probably a couple days, and you'll be done. But that's what it is. It's a very straightforward game. It's not going to change your idea of what video games are in any way, shape, or form. That being said, it has some great music. I like the 1970s tunes. It is not amazing, but it does keep you going on. The graphics are also pretty well done. There's not a lot of voice work in the game, so I can't talk about that. And I will say this, is that it is definitely a trial and error game. So as you play more levels and as the levels get bigger and bigger, the more you'll be repeating this gigantic level where you're like, oh, I got to get this body and then drag it around and you got to figure. And that being said, it's a roguelike it's kind of roguelike. It's like roguelite. So every time you do a mission, the bodies will move or the evidence will move, and then you'll have to find new ways to get to the evidence. Sometimes it's in your favor. Sometimes it's way out in the distance. Some people may use this to die and then die again just to get the evidence in a good place so they can get there without having to repeat it. There are no checkpoints, so if you die, you must repeat the stage all over again like Hotline Miami. Whatever thrill you get out of it is probably going to be based on whatever videos you've seen of it, gameplay, whatever footage. And that is the gist of the game. And it's fun. It's not amazing. So check it out or don't. It's up to you. And this has been Kevin Jones for Geek Citadel. Peace.